In a magical kingdom filled with golden light and endless beauty, there lived a kind and graceful princess. Her name was Alara. She had soft, fair skin, long, wavy, dark brown hair, and deep, expressive brown eyes that reflected kindness and innocence. She wore an elegant pastel blue royal gown with silver embroidery, and she was loved by everyone in the kingdom. One peaceful morning, Alara stood in the royal palace garden as the sun rose behind the mountains. Flowers bloomed around her, and the warm light made her glow like a true princess. But behind her smile, a mystery was about to unfold. As time passed, Alara often found herself sitting alone in her luxurious palace bedroom. She would sit near the window, watching the sky, feeling quiet and thoughtful. Something in her heart told her. Something was not right. One day, she stood in the grand palace hallway and noticed her stepsister. Her stepsister had a similar face, but her expression was colder, more distant. The two stood side by side, yet felt worlds apart. Late one evening, Alara saw her stepsister whispering secretly in a dark corner of the palace. Curious, Alara watched from afar. Something was hidden, something important. Soon after, Alara discovered the first secret. She found an old diary lying on a wooden table. When she opened it, a bright golden light burst out. Magical energy filled the room. As she read the diary, her eyes widened in shock. Strange symbols floated around her, and she realized this was no ordinary diary. It contained secrets, dark secrets. Meanwhile, the stepsister stood in another part of the palace, smiling slyly, hiding a secret letter behind her back. Something was clearly being planned, determined. To uncover the truth, Alara followed mysterious footsteps in a dim corridor, holding a small candle. She walked slowly. Shadows danced across the walls. That night, she discovered the second secret. In the palace garden, she saw her stepsister talking to a mysterious cloaked figure. Their voices were low, secretive, dangerous. Suddenly, the figure turned slightly, and Alara saw something shocking. A royal symbol, a hidden connection, a deeper mystery. Alara stepped forward bravely, and a magical confrontation began. Golden light surrounded her, while the stepsister stood shocked. The truth was finally coming out. Following the clues, Alara discovered a hidden door. Behind it was a secret room, filled with mirrors, magical items, and glowing blue light. She entered carefully, her gown flowing behind her. Magic filled the air. Dust sparkled like stars. At the center of the room, she saw a glowing spellbook. Ancient symbols lit up across its pages. This was the third secret. Suddenly, dark energy swirled around the stepsister's hands. She was casting a spell, powerful, but dangerous. But Alara did not run. Instead, she stood strong. Golden light burst from her hands, clashing against the dark magic. The palace trembled. Chandeliers shook. Magic filled the air. Light versus darkness, hope versus fear. Then suddenly, silence. The dark energy disappeared. Peace returned. The stepsister fell to her knees. Tears filled her eyes. For the first time, she felt regret. Alara walked toward her and gently offered her hand. Forgiveness, not anger, not revenge. The stepsister took her hand, and in that moment, something changed forever. Days later, the kingdom was peaceful again. The queen watched from the balcony. Proud of both sisters, Alara now stood as the true princess, wearing a sparkling crown, surrounded by a glowing royal aura. and her stepsister was no longer cold. She became kind, humble, and gentle. Together, they experienced a magical transformation. Butterflies flew around them. Golden sparkles filled the air. A new beginning had started. At sunset, Elara walked peacefully through the palace garden, calm, graceful, and strong. Her stepsister joined her, helping her pick flowers, smiling, for the first time, with genuine happiness. Soon, the kingdom celebrated. A grand royal ball was held. Chandeliers glowing, music filling the air, Elara danced gracefully, her gown shining under the lights, elegant and joyful. Her stepsister laughed happily, surrounded by light and magic, her heart finally free. That night, both sisters stood on a balcony, looking at the kingdom under the stars, side by side, united. And finally, Elara stood alone on the balcony, holding a glowing light in her hands, a symbol of wisdom, a symbol of truth.